Hi fans of high quality entertainment. So I have gone back to the used record store where they're selling $1 vinyl records, and I have picked up 18 vinyl records, and some of them are actually pretty good. I don't know about the condition. The last time I did this, I was really surprised with the condition of the vinyl records. They were all, none of them were in bad shape. They were either good or very good. Some marks or whatever, but so let me know. This is just for fun. Once again, don't take this too seriously. I'm trying not to be arrogant, but I bet you don't own any of these vinyl records. Or even have them on CD. You might have this one. This looks in pretty rough shape cover-wise, but I'll check the vinyl in a second. Very good band. Midnight Oil, Blue Sky Mining. Let me know if you have this in your collection. No. Comes with an inner sleeve with lyrics. Oh! I don't believe this. I'm trying to see if there's like a huge scratch or something. To me, it looks like it's in mint condition. I don't know why they're selling these for $1, but I'm not going to complain. Look at that. Who knew? Maybe this is worth $10,000, not $1. What's that? You want to buy it off me? $10,000. But that is, yeah, the cover's worn, but the vinyl is awesome and it's in color. I wonder if this is in colored vinyl. One of the singers from one of Glenn Kellaway's favorite bands, ABBA. There's Frida. Something's going on. I forget her last name. Let me know if you have I know there's ABBA fans out there, so I'm sure some of you might have this. Whew. These are like in amazing condition. And it's in plastic, which is a good sign. I'm going to start my own record shop. Once again, seriously, in mint condition. I might change the title of this video to $1 Vinyl Records in Mint Condition. Now, there are some kind of hokey ones in here, so don't get too excited. All right, I've shown this band before. Another one that looks pretty worn. The Osmonds, Phase 3. Very talented group of brothers. Let's check the vinyl. It's in the paper sleeve on the MGM. Yeah, just little tiny scruff here and there, but once again in very, very nice condition. But wait, there's more. Pretty popular singer back in the early 70s, had one huge, well, a couple of pretty big songs. This is Don McLean, Chain Lightning. Inner sleeve. You can almost sense, you know, they're in good condition. Yeah, just one kind of a scruff mark. Fingerprints. Oh, I see a minor scratch, but I think that would play because you can't feel the scratch. Now this is a band, I'm sure they're a good band. I've heard of them. I've never ever heard their music, but they were, kind of popular back in the day. This is Horselips, the man who built America. Let me know if you have this album in your vinyl or CD collection. I wonder if this, all of these vinyl records are like from one owner, because once again, paper sleeves separate, and really thick plastic sleeves. Oh, that is like, that's in mint condition, or near mint, until I put my dirty fingers all over it. Kind of a little warped, but the main thing you want is a clean record. Now the art, I'm not laughing at the artist because obviously he's, very talented. Not my kind of music, but just funny to see his first solo album. Look at that hair, kind of similar to mine. Barry Manilow. Could It Be Magic? That was the big hit on here. But he was, well, he's still pretty popular these days. He was huge in the 70s. It's on the Bell label. And it is in mint condition. Nobody's played this for some reason. And this, I've heard of this band, but I've never heard them. Looks like a kind of like a new wave band, 1980. Let me know if you've ever heard Drastic Measures. So 80s, so early 80s. And when you flip it around, you have to go that way, just to confuse everybody. Paper sleeve on the Columbia record label, and just one tiny little smudge. Otherwise, looks brand new. Yeah, these are fun to do, and what I do, when I end up with all these vinyl records, some of them I return back. It's called Value Village. You don't get money for them, you just hand them over and you get a 20% off coupon. So, but some of these records, I'll see if Glenn, I don't think he watched the last video of the vinyl records, but there might be some vinyl records he'd be interested in. So anyway, up next, very talented Rick Nelson, Million Sellers. Yeah, plastic inner sleeve on the Imperial label. Light scratches, very, very minor light scratches, but otherwise Great condition. Non-breakable. Yeah? We'll see about that. Now, I believe this singer is Canadian. He had a couple of pretty big hits. One with, I forget the name of the band. It was a Canadian band. But this is Nick Gilder, City Lights. And the big song on this is Hot Child in the City. Yeah. And then Roxy Roller was the other one. That was a big hit. Never been played. Pretty good for $1, right? Except for some of the music on these, of course. Now these two I've heard of before. Probably not my kind of music, but let me know. England, Dan, and John Ford Coley. They were kind of known back there in the 70s. Gatefold. On A&M. Mint condition. This one makes me happy because it reminds me of my childhood. I used to watch the TV show. We used to get, a lot of American shows, or, children's shows, Canadian and American, Romper Room, and, Bugs Bunny, and Yogi Bear, and Boo Boo. Paper sleeve. Yeah, it's a little marked up. I give it like for the vinyl, like a B minus, but still some scruff marks on it. That's disappointing. I'm going to play it tonight. Another duo that I'd heard of, they had one really big hit at least, or maybe more. Brewer and Shipley. One toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. And back in the 70s, I didn't know what that meant, but it sounded like a great time. It's on the Capitol label. And in very excellent condition as usual. Yeah, if you enjoyed this series, remember to leave a comment and like the video. Share it with all of your friends. Now this person, not my kind of music again, but very talented. Great songwriter, and, I didn't mind some of his songs. Mac Davis. Somewhere in America. He's somewhere in America in this picture. Of course, he wrote in the Ghetto for Elvis Presley on the MCA label. Minty condition. I remember this, once again, a TV show in the very early 60s. Not that I really enjoyed it, but I just remember this person. Sing Along with Mitch. Mitch Miller. Comes with, it's like a, oh, that's the, oh no, that's cool. It comes with all the stuff for the lyrics. Way to go, Mitch. Ooh, on the Columbia label, a little scruffy, but not bad. Can't wait to hear it. I got another a TV show from the 60s. I was probably a little too young to get the humor of it, but I still remember watching it. Car 54, where are you? Thumbnail. On Golden Records. And the vinyl is so, like, thick, really heavy. I wonder if some of these are worth money. You never know. But very good condition again. Would I lie to you? We're almost done. Now, I couldn't pronounce his name, but the lead singer of this band I showed in a previous vinyl records video, and this is the excellent, superb lead guitarist for Focus, Jan Ackerman. What a great guitarist he was. Plastic sleeve on the Sire Records. Oh man, seriously. And that, wow, side one is one long song, 19 minutes 50 seconds, and in really nice condition. Any Jan Ackerman fans out there, I'll sell this to you for $50. Okay, two more very popular ones for the end of this video. Some of you must have. Oh, dream weaver, I can somethings of the night. I don't know all the lyrics. Yeah, Gary Wright, very talented artist. Let's check the condition of the vinyl. And it's called The Light of Smiles. Yeah. Minty condition on the Warner Brothers label. And one final one. Now, if this is in good condition, I don't know what it's doing in the dollar bin. U2 Boy. Great debut album by U2. I'm scared to look. It's got the original sleeve. Yeah, Great songs. I Will Follow, Shadows in Tall Trees, Twilight. Out of Control, probably my favorite. I Will Follow, The Electric Co. Yeah. Island Label. Dang it, that's in really good condition. Why would that be in the dollar bin? And that is it. You know, when I first picked these up and, you know, I was about to do the video, I was thinking I don't have that many good albums like last time, but actually there are some pretty decent, you know, albums in this, like U2 and Jan Ackerman and Gary Wright and Yogi Bear. So that's it. Thank you for watching. And please remember to like the video, leave a comment below, and subscribe.